Hi students, let us continue with the keys concept. So in the previous video I explained about the super key. Now let us see the candidate key. So let us see what is the difference between super key and the candidate key, everything. So the first point is a candidate key. A super key without redundancy. A super key without redundancy is called a candidate key. So in the previous video I explained about the super key. A super key in the table you may get the redundant data. Okay, but in the case of candidate key, a candidate key is also called as a super key but without redundancy. So and one more point is this candidate key is not reducible further, means you cannot divide the fields further. It is not reducible further. The minimum or minimal set of attributes used to uniquely differentiate record of the table, that you call it as a candidate key. What is this minimum set of attribute? So here in the previous video when I am discussing about the super key, I said a set of attributes can be identified as a super key. So there I had taken the student ID and the student name as a set of attributes to identify record uniquely. Whereas in the candidate key, a minimum set of attributes used to uniquely differentiate record of the table. Means it may be a single or combination of minimum. Don't take all the attributes. Only take the combination of minimum attributes. Okay. Suppose this is a table and the table student ID, name. So let me take example student ID, student name and marks. Okay. So here you just take a single or a combination of minimum attribute. Let me take two tables. So one case I'll take the combination of minimum attribute and another student ID, student name and marks. And this is table 1 and this is a table 2. Two tables are entered. So suppose the fields for this is S1, S2, S3, S2, SN, S1, A, B, B. Marks 40, 40, 50, 50. And for this S1, S2, S3, S4. A, B, C, D. Oh, sorry, A, B, C. Again, I am writing A, C. Means I am taking the redundant data. 40, 20, 20, 30. So, these are the two tables. So, what here I am saying? A candidate key should be a single or a combination of minimum attribute. So, let us think combination of minimum attributes. So, here student ID, student name, marks will be there. So, you have to find out each record uniquely. But here your redundant data is there. So in all the fields here two or they means S2, S2, A, B, B, 40, 40, 50, 50. All the means the redundant data is there. Okay. So we have to find a key without redundant data. And it is also not reducible further. So I had to take the combination of minimum attributes. Means only I had to take 2, not 3. Minimum attribute. Combination of minimum means 2. So here 3 will be there. 3 attributes. In these 3 attributes I can take 1 or 2. So first I am taking the minimum attributes. I have to take 2. So if you take SID and SName, is there any redundant data is coming? SID and SName. So if you select SID and SName, first S1A, S2A, S3B, S2B. So here the redundant data is not coming. Means you are not getting the redundant data because S1 is the student ID and he may have the name A. In the same way, but another student ID S2 having the same name. Means with different IDs, same name will be possible. Means in a class, I said, suppose Akhil, if you take, there are one or more Akhils will be there, but their identification will be different. Means their ID is different. So here S1 is A is a student name, but his the first person ID is S1. The second person is also having the name A, but his ID is different. The third person is B, its ID is S3, but the fourth person is B and his ID is different. So this you call it as a super candidate key. The student ID, minimum set, student ID and student. Why I am not considering these two as a candidate key? Because if you combine S name and marks, you are getting the same value, A40, B50, B50. The same redundant data is coming. These both are the same. Okay, and these both are the same. So that's why I am not taking these two attributes. So here I am only taking the SID and SName as a candidate key. So it is not having the redundant data. In the second table, here I explain about the combination of minimum attributes. Okay, I can take a single or a combination of minimum attribute as a candidate key. So here the combination of minimum attribute SID and SName, you can make it as a candidate key. In the same way, here the SID is unique, 1, 2, 3, 4, but all other having the redundant data. So better you can go for only SID alone is a candidate key. Okay. So this is about the candidate key. So let me explain some points. A candidate key can never be null or empty. So whatever the candidate key you are selecting, means whatever the attribute you are selecting in a table, that should not be a null or an empty, and its value should be unique, and its value should be also unique. Next, means if you're combining two attributes, if you're based on the two attributes you're selecting a particular record, you have to be think that those two attributes will not have the same values in the two fields, same value in two rows. Maybe one attribute may be same, means A, B, A, C is possible. Okay, A, B is not possible. These are the attributes in each row. Okay, so a candidate key can never be null or empty, and its value should be unique. There can be more than one candidate key for a table. Yes, there may be a chance of having more than one. So in the previous video I had taken student ID is a candidate key, or I can take student ID and student name both as a candidate key. So there is a chance for more than one candidate key for a table, and a candidate key can be combination of more than one attribute. So these are the points you had to be take care while you are making the attribute as a, or you are declaring the attribute as a candidate key. Thank you.